Hello, this is Daniel Raymond, the voice behind Ray's Guide. This is the first of a set of videos on the formal presentations at Citizencon. I am going to group the first three in this video under the category of design presentations, and later I will discuss the systems presentations in a separate video. So first up, planetary pyro. And this was a great presentation on not really what I was most interested in hearing about. I was most interested in hearing about the various bases and outposts and settlements, what would happen where, and how it would interact with places in pyro. But all we got about that was a 3-minute sizzle reel about outlaw lifestyle. Now, sizzle reels are generally lead-ins to keynote presentations, so the whole thing looks like they had a keynote on the locations in pyro planned, but then dropped it, either because it wasn't ready or spoilers. The planet themselves were gorgeous. This one definitely looks like it came from an acid rock album cover from the 1960s, does it not? If I can offer any critique, is this: have the courage to follow the lore and follow science. These designs, I feel, hinted at a feeling that they felt they had to use all of their tools on every planet, whether called for or not. Yes, we have cool cloud technology, but atmospheres and clouds on planets are rare things. They happen only with a particular band of planetary gravity and distance from the sun. Too little gravity and they're blown away by the solar wind. Too much and you get a noxious oven like Venus. Yes, we have cool wave and shore effects, but liquid water is a rare thing. So few planets will have it. Life is even rarer still, even if we're only talking about simple plants and corals. Yes, there is terraforming, but lore says that amalgamated pyrotechnic only came for the mining and did not attempt terraforming in pyro. Most of the planets are supposed to be outside the green zone where life, any life, can happen. Good artists know when to stop. If the science and the lore says that this is a barren rock, then have the courage to create a great barren rock and then stop. Don't give in to thinking that it has to be made better than what it is. We have plenty of star systems and planets to go. Have oceans and atmospheres and plants be as rare as the lore and science say they should be, and then they will feel as special and unique as they should be when we do find them. Next, we have the new underground, which was a beautiful solution to a problem I'm not having. It is like giving an Eames leg splint to somebody with a broken arm. You see, the pain I, and I expect many others, are having with the underground facilities is that they are all identical. Not that they are not as large as Inspiration Park, where the Siege of Orison occurs. So we are now going to get a whole bunch of these huge facilities, all alike. Yes, they offhandedly mentioned different appearances when discussing the lobby, but we were told that there would be different tile sets for the current bunkers too, and there isn't. And not only that, we were also told that there would be procedural generation, so that it would be easy to create a whole range of different layouts for underground facilities. What I was hoping to see was, in-game, those different tile sets and those different layouts. Instead, we are given gorgeous concept art on something entirely different, but also something unlikely to really solve the problem of so many identical bunkers. Yes, I know it is fun to take a blank slate and work on something completely new rather than fix the current system, but we need to have the current assets deliver on their stated capabilities for variety. Then we get to Lorville Redux, and in this we have a beautiful redesign of a city by folks who clearly do not understand the city that they are redesigning. Lorville is not an ordinary city, and therefore Lorville does not have an ordinary city skyline. Architecture reflects the society that creates it. Hurston is a totalitarian hereditary oligarchy whose absolute power is unchallenged and unchallengeable because literally they own the entire planet. They did not build that massive building because it was practical or efficient. They did it to constantly tell people all power is ours. We stand alone astride the city on our 2 huge legs and stare down at you at your subservience. It is the same reason that they build giant gold statues of themselves, so that every time you see them, you feel small and worthless. So no way whatsoever would they allow any other buildings to have a significant individual presence on the skyline. That would be an expression of individual identity and individual power separate from the Hurstons. They would never allow it, and nothing exists without their allowing it because, remember, they literally own the planet. So Lorville, in reality, would have a firm height limit with vertical variations mostly in antenna, smokestacks, etc. It would look like a bleak dystopian landscape because that is what it absolutely is. Now, I'm sure some folks are disappointed with hearing that because they wanted to use these new tall buildings to create a race course, and I completely sympathize with that and have a solution. You see, when multiple buildings represent the same corporate identity, and in Lorville, everything represents the same corporate identity, then sky bridges are a great way to improve efficiency. So I'm seeing a concrete and glass version of the Snake Pit Raceway here. Sounds cool to me, particularly since we already have skyscrapers as pylons at ArcCorp and Microtech. And CIG, as an aside, let's talk on a broader level. You are kind of in a skyscraper rut here. Whenever an architectural design prof thought one of us at school were just going through the obvious approach, they would lean over our shoulder and say, "Okay, but are you sure you're considering all the possibilities?" Skyscrapers happen because of dense street grids and constrained lot sizes that came from imposing a future high-density city on a low-density historical layout. Change that premise, and all sorts of other forms become possible. Consider all the possibilities. And now for an update on our Grow the Channel Ship giveaway. As of recording, we're at 93% of the subscriber goal and 95% of the membership goal, or the IAE Expo, whichever happens first, to give away to some lucky player their choice of the Anvil Liberator shipping ship for shipping your ships, or the Misk Odyssey Long Length Look-Ahead Launcher Lorry. One entry per video. Members, prior to the publication of the winning video, are entered automatically, and if the winner is a member, as of the publication date of the winning video, and at the drawing time, remember that if you've let your membership expire, they will win both the Liberator and the Odyssey. For non-members, just subscribe and comment with the secret word. And the secret word for this video is what the red and gray planet looked like it came from. Fly safe, keep it real, I'll see you in the verse. This is Danny Raymond for Ray's Guide.